Hey there, beautiful people. It's Coach Mike here with your Mindset Monday on a first Friday of the week. I am your health coach, strength coach, educator, motivator, bad jokes, raising hopes. Don't let them make it happen. Make it happen, Patty Daddy. Almost got it wrong there, folks. All right, so Mindset Monday. Today we're going to talk about Amor Fati. So it's Latin, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about what that means here in a second. First, I'm going to tell you a little story. So back in the 1940s, there was a farmer in the Midwest, and he had a son, and that son had just turned 18 years old. And this son had a horse, and one day the horse broke out of the paddock and it ran away. So off goes the horse, and the dad goes into the town to get his groceries or do what he's doing in town. And the townspeople had heard about the horse running away, and they offered their condolences for their loss of the horse and how terrible it was that it happened. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. And the father's response to these condolences and sympathy was, yeah, we'll see. So a couple of days later, the same horse comes back to the farm, but he has two other horses with him, two wild Mustangs, beautiful looking horses. And again, he has to go back into town, and the people in the town have heard about the original horse coming back with two now wild, beautiful Mustangs. And this time they offer their congratulations, and they're excited for the farmer. They tell him, wow, that's great news, really happy for you. But again, the farmer responded, we'll see. A few days later, the horse, or the son, is out on the farm, and he's working to break one of these wild Mustangs. And he's able to mount the horse, but he ends up getting kicked off, and he breaks his leg. And again, the townspeople hear about this. The father goes into town. Again, they offer their condolences, saying, oh my God, it's terrible what happened to your son. Really sorry that he broke his leg. Must be terrible. And once again, the father responds, we'll see. So then a few days later, getting to the end here, a few days later, there's a military draft. And the military drive up to the farm, and they're about to enlist the son to go to boot camp. But of course, he can't go because he has a broken leg. So as you can see, there are, within this story, you can see the parallels with life. Things happen in life that are seemingly negative. We have circumstances that are seemingly positive. But at the end of the day, it's really just life doing its thing. It's life happening. But at the end of the day, it's how we respond to how life happens to us sometimes that is really important. Because most of the things that happen in life are completely out of our control. So now I have a question for you. Have you ever said, oh, it is what it is? Or, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But then when things go a little bit sideways, we tend to criticize, we tend to condemn, we tend to complain, and we sometimes even, we play the victim to those circumstances. Because I know personally I've done that, and I still, it's an ongoing battle. But as of late, the last few years, I've been working on this mentality of Amor Fati, which is Latin for love your fate. Now, the idea of Amor Fati is to love everything that happens in your life. So that means the good, the bad, and the ugly. To not allow life circumstances that go against our expectations get the better of us and affect our mood or our day, for that matter. So how, simple example I think that we can all relate to, how many of us have gotten angry when we get cut off in traffic? And then we hold on to that little tiny event for the rest of the day, as we tell everybody we come in contact with about this horrible person who cut you off in traffic. We allow this insignificant event to have a negative impact on our day, and in the process we drag other people into our negative space, into our negative mind space. So I guarantee you, I know I've done it. It's been a while, but I know I've done it. So instead of being angry in that situation, we can be grateful for that situation, to see it as an opportunity to practice some virtues that we may not have mastered, like patience or perspective. While it's always easier to get angry in those situations, do we really want to give our power, just hand our power over to somebody else, to some random person who themselves might be having a rough day, and just were not focused in that moment? And on the flip side, are you meaning to tell me that you've never cut anybody off in traffic, whether that was on purpose or not? Like, we've all done it at some point, so we have to have that perspective. Now I might hear you say, well, what about the really terrible things that happen in life? How can we love the really terrible things that happen, like death or abuse or any horrible things that happen like that are kind of random occurrences in life? But it's those moments of adversity that really make us who we are. And if we want to live a happy and fulfilled and joyous life, we cannot let those events get the better of us. We can either let those events make us better, or we can let them make us bitter. We can go through life playing the victim of life's circumstances, or we can learn to love everything that happens for us and not to us, and learn to love life no matter what it throws at us. And this way we can enjoy ourselves and make a positive impact in the world. I'll say that piece in there that really makes the most impact for me is, life happens for us and not to us. If we look at life that way, as it's happening for us, it's an opportunity in some way, shape or form to teach me something, to be better at something, to make a bigger impact on somebody else, and it's not happening to me, then it's a completely different outlook on life, and you can have that positive impact. So that's all I got for you guys. Amor Fati. Happy Monday. Make this week the best week you've ever had, and we'll talk to you soon.